Hello everyone, welcome to part 100, the series finale of building a city from scratch. I can't believe it's come this far. Before I get started, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been involved in this video series. If you're just a viewer or a contributor, or just you've made something that I've been using in the game, or you're just anything that you've possibly done to contribute, thank you so much. It's been wildly successful, a lot more than I possibly thought it could be. And yet, yeah, here we are. 100 parts in, triple digits. I thought I'd start off with just an overview of the city. And I'm going to try and zoom in here without getting a crash. Because we're going to start off by developing the last remaining open land in the city. I'm going to keep the simulation on the entire time so you can see the final bits of the city get developed. So in part 99 I kind of put a road network and subway network and all the infrastructure in place for the last undeveloped area of the city. So it's all done. Now all I got to do is do some zoning, maybe put a couple parks in, and that will be that. Then we'll do some 100th update celebrations. And don't think that just because I'm done this series, that doesn't mean that I'm done my, video career or anything, right? I might do a retrospective on this series, going through each part, still do some NAM tutorials, I'll do whatever needs to be done. But there won't be anything like this in the future. This is a special kind of one-of-a-kind thing that will not be happening again. Although I should never say never. Never say never. So I'm just looking for a good spot, maybe to put a nice park. As you can see, there's already some development there. Let's see what kind of room I have to work with here. It's not a whole lot. I don't need a massive park. There's a lot of parkland above, like there's open space here in the university area, so I mean it's all good. It's all good, it's all good. But I still would like to have something here. I don't know what this is, but it looks nice. Must be something new I've downloaded, or just haven't gone to yet. It's called Windsor Forest. There's really not much to it, it's just a bunch of trees. Forest complete with walking trails. Huh. A lot of spots I can find a home for that. I'm gonna keep digging. See if I can find anything else that might be fitting around. Of course, I can always bend the roads and stuff to make something work. Nice home there. Lots of spots. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this one in. I know I've used this in other spots, but it's always a good fit in these areas. And I'm going to start zoning. This will be primarily residential, I believe. So I'm going to put in mostly res. I know commercial demand is high, but I still have a lot of jobs that need to be filled in the downtown core. So yeah, zoning for the last time. Kind of bittersweet, a little bit anyway. But all for a good cause, really. How can I best zone this area here? I want to maximize every tile for everything I can get. That's better. I don't think it will be completely commercial. I mean residential. I might put a little bit of commercial in here. Still got to worry about this area too, so I got to make sure I don't forget. I won't forget. But that'll be commercial as well. Along the highway here. That's good. And the rest of it back here will probably be just some forest. So I'm just going to scroll and see if I can find that. Looks good, looks good. And just continue to zone, really. Actually, I'm gonna make these big zones here. These will be highly valued zones because they're right next to the park and stuff, so I mean, it'll be all good. Now, do I need education here at all? I might need to put another... Well, no, there's tons of education up here, but I may need to put in a fire station. So I'll do that while I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll put it over here in the... by the incinerator. That way it won't take any extra space. Yeah, I think that's good. I might change a little bit of this to commercial depending on how things grow, so this is not set in stone.
Could I just stop you here? Did I understand you to say that a person's IQ can be raised through...
Here, 4x4, another 4, okay, cool. And then... something like that, maybe? Doesn't need to be all perfect. But may as well get it all in while I'm at it. Here there's 5 tiles. I might want to put in something else here. Maybe another small park. You know what? I haven't really put in my mayor's house yet. I think that'd be a good thing to do in this part. Maybe have it, like, in an interesting spot. Seems like a good spot to put in my little house. So there's the mayor's residence. What else have I got? No amusement park or anything. I don't have room for that. To build like a full amusement park, some of those are like the size of this entire city. Although, there's a difference between an amusement park and a theme park. Theme parks are really big. Maybe a little cemetery. Yeah, that's good, right? So I'm going to give that a save now that I've zoned the entire area. And continue on from there. This is the end. Well, not really, but of this SimCity 4 video series, it will be. So I think after I save, I'm going to kick it into high gear and see how this area will develop. And by high gear, I mean cheetah speed instead of, what am I on right now, a turtle. Alright. So it's in high gear. I'll get rid of the sidebar so you can kind of see development take place. Normally the commercial zones will build first, so I'll kind of keep an eye over here and just see what each area wants and needs. And in the meantime, I might put a little bit more fillers in. Just like little 1x1 spots. Like there, maybe something there. Right. I think that's good. And now we wait. Tick-tock. It's been 100 parts in this series, and now they don't want to develop after all this? Really? What I can do in the meantime is maybe put in some quick turning lanes. Just some basic ones, really. Doesn't need to be really anything that fancy. Why aren't you building here? Demand's there. Maybe it just takes a minute. I'm just a little impatient. But can you really blame me? Hey, here we go! Screenshot time. And it's all building repetition, so I just need to be careful. I might get rid of a few of the same buildings, especially if they're right next to each other, right? I mean, you can call it twin towers if you want, but I would prefer to say no. But yeah, here we go. It's just overload, overkill. Most of the stuff that initially builds, as you can see, is kind of medium and low wealth. Some of these, I haven't had prop pox in this entire series. Or any other main game problems, but sometimes these will develop with no actual lots. So I just gotta watch out for those. And we're back, I think. Had a little bit of a blip. The whole game just kind of froze there for a second, but I had to stop my recording, so I'm going to have to stitch these together. But it's part 100, so I don't care. We'll just take a few hours to get it all merged together. Probably a couple nights. I don't know. Anyways, I'll go back to 100% fast speed. Why do I have so many of the same building here? I was scared that I lost that recording. Like, my recording software is the one that derped. Normally it's SimCity 4 that freezes or crashes, but it was my recording software. It just stopped. But I think I still have the file. If not, part 100 is starting right here. But yeah, we're gonna continue with that. Maybe I'll put a little bit more of the, a little more plazas here. Well, not all the same. Come on. And yeah, there's that turbo roundabout. New additions to the NAM. Didn't really make it into my city too much because by the time the M32 came out, I almost was completely developed. Of course, I can always retrofit them in. But I think my traffic needs more than roundabouts to fix them. I'm going a little screenshot happy. I will eventually upload my screenshots, like the entire thing somewhere. It'll probably be like a couple gigs in size. While we're waiting on these things, I can actually show you and see what the size of my album file is. Oak Ridges. It's 4 gigs of pictures. 4.3 gigs. By the time I finish everything, it's probably going to be closer to 4.5. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? But that's what it is. Got a lot of traffic here doing U-turns. I don't know how they're working around with the roundabout there. But then again, it's hard to question the traffic simulation. But it looks like everything's working properly here. There's just no traffic going this way through. But let's zoom in on the turbo roundabout just to see how it works, because I haven't really taken a good eye at it. But that's the turbo roundabout working. So if you want to continue straight here, right? You just want to stay here and this lane starts and you can kind of just go like that. If you want to turn, you want to be in this lane, of course. But only for right. If you want to turn left, you want this lane so you can go through and zoom in and go down. So it's a little ingenious, kind of like the diverging diamond interchange that we have in this city as well. So the population of this area has already jumped the size of the city by about 40,000 Sims. Looks like there's still a few areas of undeveloped zones, but I'm sure those will come and be developed in time. So this is like what I have. It's like a building that's like missing props or something. I don't know. It's like 5,000 people live in that little hut. I don't think that's right. And it looks like we got a little bit of traffic problems here. There's not a lot of transit in this side, so I don't know why this area is not really developing that much. But maybe what I can do is kind of liven it up a bit, lighten it up. Could be due to lack of demand. Maybe I'll zone this area commercial. Oh yeah, instantly there's development. Got a car dealership and some lower wealth stores. A lot of Sims don't like to live near higher traffic roads anyway. Got a car here that's spinning out and spinning out and spinning out and spinning out and spinning out. Is it on like a turntable or something? Holy crap, that was crazy. Put in a couple quick turn lanes. Neighbor connections here are a little messed up, but that's okay. There's the neighbor to the side who's only really connected in a couple spots. Another screenshot. I'll be taking screenshots in this part, knowing that it's the final one, so it's really taking a liking to the commercial side here, so I might do some more commercial zoning. This can remain residential. Maybe make this commercial here. This is busy. Maybe I'll put in some turning lanes while I can still see what's going on here. So tulips. I see a brown box there, so I'll have to attend to that in a minute. And what I'll also do soon is switch to night mode as well, so you can kind of see how that plays out. And put in the final piece of the puzzle here. Just like that. That should really help out. Hey, I thought I solved my brown box. Santa Clara Town Bank. And again. Alright. Well, brown boxes are not immune to the last part of the series. These will all find something eventually, maybe. But as you can see, it's kind of lower wealth stuff right now. Actually, I don't know why I didn't put a bus stop in here. Subway. But at least I'll put a bus stop. I don't want to do subway anymore. There will be no subway building in Part 100 because it just takes so long. Maybe that'll help provide some transit connections. And keep things going. And while I'm looking over here, I also did some zoning over by the riverfront. So I'm gonna take a moment and just kind of go over there, see how that's working out. This was zoned over here, kind of changed up when I put in this little harbor, or someone called it like a fishing port. This, I don't think I like it anymore. I'm gonna get rid of it, especially because it's not really blending in too well. So it looks like we don't have full zones here. Maybe if I made this one big zone, maybe I'll make it commercial. Oops. That might help out a bit more, but this area here was developed. And this is one of the most peculiar spots. Everybody wants to turn left here. This turn lane will sometimes get backed up. What I might do here is build a super long turn lane. It's kind of a little retrofit project here. Because why not? I haven't really used those empty spots that much anyway. And then kind of just replace every other tile. That's a long turn lane. It's too bad you can't put double left turn lanes with the Av6. But who knows, eventually that may happen. You can do it for the avenues, but not anything else. In fact, I don't really have a whole lot of that left because my busiest avenues, of course, were converted into Av6s. Or in one other case, to a highway, so yeah, it's not needed as much. But that should help out. So that's the first time I think I've ever used like the spacing in the video series. Oh, got more traffic kind of screwing up there. Failing at driving. So yeah, I'm gonna come back to the other part of the city here. Just kind of take a little ponder at the development and zoning and stuff. Sometimes it just takes a while. Or just some rezoning efforts to get everything to kind of be nice. Yeah, look at that, immediately, right? You just need some more jobs over here. Again, 3 towers built together. Like, 1's good, maybe 2 is okay, but not 3. And there's one over here, too, so... I mean, I'm not the most picky guy, but... cut me a little bit of a break. And this area, of course, it won't get that much, like, good growth because, of course, nobody wants to live near this thing, so... lower wealth and lower density development stuff will be... expected in this kind of area, so... Yep, and then we got the, as you can see, the light rail trains working. How many people are using this right now? Yeah, it's a good 2,000 people already. So there's 3 stations. There's one here, which is already over capacity. And we got one here, if I can kind of query it. Maybe I'll have to rotate the camera. Which is at 24% capacity. And then this heads over to the university area. So these ones have much higher capacities. And it kind of just goes through the university area. You guys remember this area at all? And then it crosses over. I was thinking about maybe building an overpass here. I initially started with a an underpass for the light rail, but it didn't like it too much. But I might put it back in now that I know trains are using it. Because that makes more sense, right? Yeah? Yeah, I don't think I should have taken that out. I initially thought that trains weren't using it. That was it. But now that I have use, I can probably get it back in. That'll work. I'll come back to that in a bit. Keep the simulation on high speed, and I'll give a quick save, just in case I have a crash and I need to come back. But that just makes things a lot easier. I could build this as an overpass, but it'd look kind of weird. Especially in, like, the university area. You don't want to, like, walk over a bridge and come down. It's kind of pedestrian unfriendly in an area that's really catered towards students and walking and taking transit and stuff, so yeah, I'll leave it like that. Yeah. And yeah, I think before I uploaded this part, I just today put in a UDI video showing the kind of a showcase of the highway system. So we're just gonna kind of gander over this way. This area kind of gets used on and off, like for different daily commutes, like day and night and stuff, so right now it's just like that, but the evening it can be the other way. And then of course we got the downtown area, in the downtown roundabout, that's kind of blocked a little bit. And then of course the main drag downtown. A little bit of congestion, but they're 4-lane roads, right? So trucks can stop and deliver their stuff and whatever. Looks like there's some big celebration going on at the theater. Maybe a new show. Maybe they're playing part 100 of the video series. And then this is the road, that, of course, that I widened over the past few parts. So I'll just pay a visit to there. Traffic acts really drunk in this part of the downtown. I don't know why. This is the only spot where it's like that. Maybe just because it's so congested, even though I widened it. I really don't have an explanation. Because, yeah, it does back up, as you can see from the simulation and the query. Yeah, I don't even need to query it. It's already another collision. And the police are on scene instantly. That's the police station right there, right? Holy crap! Oh, what a mess. And then this, of course, is a very unique and messy junction, but it gets the job done. Kind of. Da, da, da. We'll keep going down this way. This is the intersection that's like the most ghetto part of the entire city. Because you got 4 low wealth, high density buildings that are all the same. I don't know why. I don't know why they built like that, but it just looks so weird. But it looks cool too, but it's just like that's that's what it is. I could redevelop it if I wanted to, but I don't know who did that, but yeah, interesting, eh? My traffic is drunk today. And then it kind of crosses the railways here, and then heads down towards the airport. I've always liked this. This is a default Maxis building. It doesn't build very often. It's called Talon Tower Suites, is what it is.
Life after death is life after death.
And then, of course, we have the airport, which is just aesthetic. It's not actually functional. If you guys don't remember the airport parts, these are actually the airport lots right here. Each one of these, and it shows the maximum capacity and usage. So it's about 50%. So no overcrowding and stuff. And if you guys don't remember much about this, well, the water purification because of the water pollution bug. I don't think I need all 3 of them, so maybe this is a good spot to maybe put a little bit more zoning in. See how it likes that. So yeah, a little bit of industrial zoning work. And in these areas, they generate taxis and stuff, so that's why you see so much stuff here. While I'm waiting, I may as well extend this a little bit. Sometimes you need to put something here to like kind of entice the development, so bear with me for a second. Sometimes something as simple as a sign works, but it all depends on like the YIMBYs and NIMBYs and stuff. Like maybe they don't like being next to the airport or anything. You can check your data views for that piece of information as well. So if I go to my data views and I go to desirability and I click IHT, yeah, it doesn't really like this area so much by the airport. So I won't see a lot of industrial growth. So maybe I can make this kind of a commercial spot. It doesn't like being zoned on top of industrial areas. I can also put in like a parking garage or something, right? Airport related resources, so let's see. Yeah, a little more parking. Gotta make sure that this stuff isn't super high density. So like something like this, because it's near the airport, right? So I'll make something like this historical. I think that's a little too big. Well, maybe not. There's some bigger buildings over here I don't want to demolish. Also, what's up with the random balloons being lost? Is that a guy? On a... what the heck? I don't think I've seen this very much. It's a guy in a lawn chair! He's in a lawn chair on balloons. Okay. Well, so long, buddy. Something like this might need to be rezoned as well. And I think I'm going to go to night mode now. Might slow down the game a little bit, but I'll put the simulation on turtle speed and select my 24 hour. Actually, I'll make it 24 hours. What time of day is it right now? 2 p.m. Yeah, so it should be fine. So when it gets to 6 or whatever, you'll see the city change from day to night. Because I haven't really done a night view in a while. So because it's not quite night yet, I can continue to... I'll get these to run normally. So I'll make that historical. Yeah, that's okay of a building, I guess. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go back to the university and see how that light rail is working. Yeah, there it is. Is it still working? Okay, it is. Looks a little drunk sometimes when I query it. But as long as it works, right? That's the most important part. So it kind of goes down and then back up. So, yeah. Nice to know that it's working. So I might do another UDI tour. I know some people have asked for some, like, as part of this series. I just don't know how well it will work. But I can give you one. As it changes from day to night. It'll be on this road here. Yeah, why don't I start over here? Things are a little abandoned over here, but sometimes there's hard times. So I put the UDI icons on. I'm just waiting for one to kind of pop up in this area. Road vehicle training mission. Sure, I'll use this vehicle. So I'm not recording this. Oh, crap. It's part of a UDI video. Especially because, like, one collision and sometimes I catch on fire. But we'll see how this works. The number of cars generated also kind of diminishes when you're in UDI mode, so you won't see as much traffic issues as before. Oh, shit! But it's a different perspective. I don't have shadows on either. But do I have my thing on or off? Because, like, I'm in the middle of the roundabout right now. Yeah, I'm off road, so I gotta somehow get back onto the road. And the sun is setting, so this will be an interesting way to celebrate the change from day to night. I can see things are not moving as smoothly as you would think, but there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on right now with the game. So if this isn't very smooth, I do apologize. Yeah, it's really, really choppy. And that's why I use I use fraps when I do my UDI videos, and I don't talk over it, and I don't have music playing. It just maxes everything out as much as I can to stop it from being kind of wonky, is what you see here. Hopefully it's not that bad. I'll just stay on this road, really, until we see the rest going. So I'm just going over the industrial area. And then I'm going over to the highway here as day turns to night. The light's just illuminated, as you can see. And I'm heading into the CBD or uptown or whatever you want to call it of this area. This side of town. Yeah, it's getting kind of choppy. Out of my way, buddy! Can't really see what's going on. I just don't want to get hit by anything, because normally, like, when you're in just a regular vehicle, sometimes one hit is enough to kill you. That's why I sometimes do my UDI videos in, like, police cars or in tanks, as those can take a lot more abuse. Crap. That was a smaller hit, but yeah. I even have a mod installed. I don't think it works, but it's called Stronger UDI Vehicles. You're supposed to take a lot more abuse, but it doesn't work. Where's this road going? Oh, I'm getting close to the riverfront now. This is one of the first areas of the city to be developed. Part 12 started it off. Out of my way, buddy! I have no idea where I'm going now. I can't see anything of the road below. Just gotta keep going. And hope I don't hit anything. We'll cross the bridge. Hopefully this looks okay. Do a little bit of a zoom out. This bridge looks kind of cool illuminated at night. And you can see some building reflections in the night mode here. Sometimes. Just depends on who made it, right? What kind of things they added to it. This looks really cool at night, and we're already at the morning. That's a quick night. And this is by the World Trade Center area. I don't know. Why don't I turn here? Go through the World Trade Center. Ooh, no, I. Come on, buddy. Oh, I can't go through that way? Ah, it stopped me. I thought you could. This area leads to a dead end anyway. But let me put the night mode back on. Turn off these stupid UDI icons. And let's enter night mode again. Just so you can kind of see the city lit up. Going from night to day sometimes takes a second. So just enjoy the crazy traffic here. That wasn't a crash, that was me just being stupid. I hit Alt-Tab instead of Control-Shift-S. Control-Shift-S opens up the picture, so I can take a screenshot. If you guys didn't know that, that's like a little hotkey shortcut. So instead of Control-Shift-S, I think I did Alt-Tab or Window. I think maybe I pressed the Windows button or something. Luckily, it wasn't a crash, though. That would have sucked. Some buildings illuminate more than others, right? But it's a little uneven. But it's all in the spirit of keeping things cool. Neat looking. Celebrate 100 parts. I've done a UDI video. I'm showcasing Note Time. I've got that last area of town developed. I really don't want to crash here by zooming out on nighttime. But yeah, looks kind of sweet. Some areas are a little overly lit. Some places are a little underlit. Look at this! That's way too bright. These lots here. The concentration of light is just too much. But everything else looks kind of cool. And then we'll head over downtown. Yeah, a lot of buildings are a little overly lit. But it still looks cool, like the pattern here in the concrete. Installing a darker night mod, I could do that. I used to have one, but it's so dark when there's not like a lot of lit. So I mean, night mode would look amazing like right here, but when you're out in like another area, it's just pitch black and you can't see anything. Yeah, we got the main interchange. I'll light that up. Take a screenshot anyway. See, even with the big light tower, it's not that illuminated. So imagine how dark this would be with the darker night mod, because I just use the standard Maxis night mod. Or I should really say I don't use a night mod. This is just the standard in the game. That way I don't really confuse anybody. One thing I actually wanted to do is I wanted to build a connection. When I was doing my UDI video, I was like on the tank and I wanted to go from here and kind of come towards the highway here, and there wasn't a connection. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm in a tank. So I just kind of went off road and went like through the pillars here and went that way, like between the pillars, but I was a little sloppy. But what I could do is build another quick connection from here and kind of have it connect this way, so I kind of have a new connection. So I think actually I'll do that. I'm going to put it to pause mode. And maybe I'll do this work during the night, just because I'm in night mode. And hopefully it'll let everything get built right. Okay, it's really slow. Maybe I will take it off night mode. That's probably a good idea. So we'll come back to daytime. Back on pause mode. Okay, good. And then I'll build a quick little on-ramp connection here. Okay, it doesn't like me there. Maybe I can go like that, maybe? Come on! Ah, come on! Okay, I'm really screwing up here. Looks like I'll need a starter piece. I'm just gonna see how I can get one in. Level 0 starter piece. And hopefully that'll let me get this. There we go. Looks like I'll have to do a bit of a lane shift here. It's alright, I'll fix it up. Don't worry, don't worry. It's cool. Starter piece. Come on, you can do this. This is not how I imagined part 100. Can I not put a connection in here without screwing everything up? What I could do maybe is get away with it. I might be able to get away with it. If I kind of just connect it like that. Oh wait, this isn't facing the right way. A little bit of a derp there. But at least I caught myself. Alright, I got lots of room here for fractional angle stuff, maybe. This has to go over 2 tiles, sadly. I don't think I have enough room for another kind of connection. But maybe I can put a little fractional angle work here. Curve. Curve. Where's curve? Why am I blind? Come on, don't crash. I don't care what you do, just don't crash. I don't know what the game's doing. I don't think I've saved for a while. I'm just gonna pray and hope something happens. What can I do? Maybe I'll stop the recording and start again. Maybe that'll fix it, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, if not, I'll just start off again. I don't know. One sec. Well, for the first time in this series' history, I had SimCity 4 freeze. Completely freeze on me. I've had many crashes, but this is the first time I've ever had a freeze. So that was a little unfortunate. However, it won't take too much time now that I know what I'm doing to get this rebuilt. So I don't think I really lost much else, because I saved when I finished all that stuff below. Like, all this is still good, right? The stuff by the airport, I think, might need to be redone. Yeah, but whatever. I mean, it's really not that needed. So, yeah, I'm gonna build this ramp connection and just carry on, because it's part 100 of building a city from scratch. So I'll stop that. At least I know what to do to kind of get what I want here, right? I was pretty close, and I don't have to redo this, which was lost in it. So, starters, get that redone, and this out. Kind of like that, and then we put in the smooth curve. Right, and then from here, I want to make sure that I get all this crap here connected. So when I did it from there, it was a problem, but here, see how it lets me drag, no problem? Yeah, so that's good. I want to keep it here, and then I want to curve it with the fractional angle in my S curve. Hopefully I have enough room here. So I'm just going to go to fractional angle real highway and tab until I find the piece that I want. I think MIS is near the back. Yeah. So it looks like I want to go there. Oh no! Looks like it'll just barely fit. Come on, you can do this. Is that where it was? I don't even remember. Did I really get rid of that starter piece too? I'm almost there. Out of everything else, I got that connection that I kind of wanted to use in my my UDI video between part 99 and 100, if you haven't seen it. Basically the video before this. And but it's there now. So you can say that I did highway work in part 100, I did zoning work in part 100, infrastructure work, redevelopment, a UDI video, night view, a little bit of a tour. There we go. Querying it, I don't really see much. There is some traffic going this way, but I don't know where. I don't think it's properly been inserted. But yeah, I'll take a screenshot of that, of the new ramp, the Part 100 connection. So I know you got 3 ramps in addition to a 4-lane road. Technically 4 if you want to call this one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. But whatever, it's done. I just don't know where this traffic's going to. It's trying to simulate, but it doesn't know where it's going. But in a few months, it'll figure out just exactly what it's doing. I did want to do some work here, but just because there's a bridge here and then it gets elevated here, there's really not a whole lot I could do. The alternative is maybe to raise this and then have the elevated parts meet now that there's some new connections, but I mean, it gets the job done. There's actually no traffic that uses this middle part. It all exits and enters. Right here, it all exits and enters. It's like this part here doesn't even exist. But it is there, right? For connectivity reasons. But, yeah, I'll just go back up to the airport real quick and just, I don't know, quickly rezone this while I'm here. But nothing crazy, right? In fact, I'll make this a medium density, just because it's airport. People are always criticizing me for being too dense. Well, there you go, medium density. Yeah, so I'll give it a save. Now that's all done. And I don't know if there's really much else that I want to do in this part. I think I've completed everything that I wanted to get done, so we'll do a bit more of a tour and call it there. Call it a series, really. Hard to believe. When did I first start this? It was like in June? No, maybe July. I'm gonna load up my little, my trusty browser here. We're gonna go to my video manager. I don't know why Craig Ferguson just showed up there. Go to my channel. Actually, I'll go to my channel. Go to videos. Actually, I'll go to playlists. And you can kind of see building a city from scratch as of 99 parts is 71 hours in length. 99 videos, right? Pretty crazy. The first one was done. It doesn't say. Part 1, July 28th. Yeah, so it was July. So July to February. Long time. Let's see, July, August, 1 month, September, October, November, December, January. Good. Full 6 months, half a year, really. More or less, because I did it at the end of July and the beginning of February, so I'll just round it to about 6 months. That's crazy how long this series has been. But yeah, to end this, I think I'll put it on the Automata. I'll put the Automata on super fast mode to see the true cheetah speed. It'll really take a toll on my recording, I think, but let's give it a try. Now you can see the true I'm just taking a screenshot here, but see the true speed of the city. Zoom out. I don't want to crash this. It just takes a toll, but look at it just all spin around, and you can see when red lights, even though the Automata sped up, the length of the traffic lights is the exact same. So you'll see huge backups and stuff occur. But cars will still vanish and stuff, right? But if you ever want to get like a glimpse of like what happens over time in the city, may as well do a quick little overview of like the highways and stuff. Or have it crash! I don't know if that's a real way to end the series. No, I shouldn't end it that way. I was thinking about it for a second, though. Wouldn't that have been a way to end the series? Just have it end with a crash. That'd be on a sad note. I want to end on a high note. So, I'll come back, and I'll be careful, because when I do it on the super fast Automata, you could see that it was just, getting kind of demolished. It just took a toll on the computer, and the computer's just like, you know what, I'm not going to run SimCity 4 anymore. Goodbye. But yeah. By the way, Part 96 is still here. I've been in contact with, I forget who it was. Oh. But he thought that if I sent it to him, he might take some time to kind of see if he can get Part 96 back. Because this is what it is right here. I may as well just rename it to like Part 96 if I want, just so I remember. Part 96. And then here's like the 3 tidbits of the series. Like right here, I think I had something happen. And then here the game froze. Here the recording stopped, and then here the game froze. So then this is what I'm recording right now. Yeah. Sometimes it just takes a second for the city to load. A city of this size and of this scope and with that much stuff going on, it can take a little while even on my solid-state hard drive. But we'll give it the benefit of the doubt and let it run. In the meantime, yeah, I'll talk to you about some other things that will be happening. So I'll be going back to UDI videos and maybe some NAM tutorials, maybe do a retrospective of the series and stuff. But I don't think there'll be anything else like this. Like there won't be building a city from scratch, you know, part 2, or like building a region from scratch, or anything like that. There'll be I don't know. I did contemplate maybe doing like a series like this for SimCity 2013. Maybe I'll come back to that and see how it works. Because it won't take that long to do a building a city from scratch with the new game. As it really isn't that big. Like, the plots of land aren't that big. Things are just going crazy fast here. I might do one with SimCity 3000. It's been a couple of years since I've actually played the game. So, yeah. Hopefully it runs okay on Windows 7. I'm no expert. I'm going to zoom out once, and I'm not going to zoom out any more. Or do any radical panning and moving around, because that'll destabilize my game. If I have another crash, that'll be the end of the series. And I'll go to day to night mode just so you can kind of see the city. Let's go over to downtown, maybe. Just do like a quick little pan over of everything. Looks like there are cars using this now, so that's cool. Not a lot, but it looks like something's going on there. And you can kind of see the sunset over downtown. I won't be zooming out any more than this, but you'll see the lights turn on and stuff. Kind of a sunset as attributed to the series, right? Normally when like something ends, you call it like sunset or sunrise or the end. But we'll see what happens here as the entire downtown gets illuminated. Yep, here come the street lights. We'll say goodbye to building a city from scratch, because the city has been built. And there's really not much else to do. From scratch, anyway. You can always do some more retrofitting projects, but if I was to do that, this series would go on and on and on, because I'm never fully satisfied with everything. This is just me zooming in a little bit. You can kind of see. Head up maybe to the highway as we're waiting. You can see the main highway bridge. Traffic just zooms through it. Sometimes this like these inner highways are used, and sometimes they're not. It just depends on like traffic loads in the simulation and stuff. But we're in night mode right now, right? So all the commutes and stuff are kind of reversed, except for freight trucks. Freight trucks are always on the same mode of commute, just to get out of the city. Not every building illuminates as well. And you can kind of just see the mess here. It just keeps going and going and going and going. Alright. Well, I'm going to try and zoom out one more time and see if that works. I can show you data views, but I don't really think there's much else to show. I'll keep it on night mode. I don't know why it's taking so long. So just in my data views, I'll do everything but zones, so you can kind of see the fire coverage, crime, education, desirability will take a while. Water, power, traffic. I'm not going to do zones view because that takes forever. So traffic, there's still some traffic issues, but I mean, it's normal in a big city like this. Ending population is about 1.5 million people. It's always fluctuating. 1.55 million people, actually. It'll probably fluctuate between 1.5 and 1.6. But that's a pretty good number. Land value, of course, is all over the place. It all changes based on traffic, congestion, and stuff like that. Mayor rating, you can basically see here, these are the residential zones. Age, health is good and stuff, right? New areas of the city. Air pollution, it's kind of bad there. And this is the, this here was the incinerator, and everything else is just due to traffic, really. Water pollution. It's back! Because I demolished those plants, it's back. I might have to put them back in. Oh well. Garbage, of course, nothing. Radiation, of course, nothing. That's funny how the water pollution bug came back as soon as I got rid of those treatment plants. What a way to send off the series, though. But that's what it is, really. Data views. We'll go back to the birth of the city. So this is the birth of this. I'll do 100 years. Birth of the city. Yeah, you may as well see the birth of the city. So, crime, pretty much good. Commute time was amazingly high, and then went down, and then now it's kind of in the middle. Power is good. Water is good. Air pollution is... It's really worsened since I started this part, I think. Jobs and pop. You can kind of see just a huge rise of the middle class here. They were a minority for a while, and then boom, they all came in droves. Water pollution, I'm not going to get started with that. That's just embarrassing. Garbage. There was a time where I had, I guess, a garbage problem. Education, by age. Life expectancy is good. Average income is slowly gone down as there are more and more poor people that come into the city. But over time, that it's fully zoned, and I'm expecting it to kind of come back to maybe these levels. Income and expenses, I was running a crazy surplus for a time, and now I'm just kind of fighting with the with what's happened here. So there's been a bit of a bump in expenses, but I'm still pretty rich. So there's time to get that balanced. As you can see, my funds, yeah, I've got a lot to work with. RCI demand, in the end, still really good for commercial. Rich people don't want to live here as much. Mayor rating's good, and traffic volume is this. Let's kind of bring this down. So traffic volume, got a lot of pedestrian and subway users, which is what any real person who is running a city wants to see. In fact, subway usage is higher than car volume, which is really, really good to see. Let's go to another spot while I'm kind of talking about the city and stuff. I don't know. So yeah, that's that'll be everything. So thank you very much for watching this series. I'm going to give it one last save, kind of the concluding save, and then I'll do a bit of a zoom out, see how it behaves. Thank you very much for watching this series, everyone. Thank you for everyone involved who has made this a stunning success. To the viewers, to the content creators, to the developers of the game, really. And, yeah, it's been a fun ride. I don't know what better way to send off this city than to just look at downtown at night. All the creation. All the time spent. So as I don't know if you saw, but it was 71 hours put in, so add this, it'll probably be closer to 72, maybe we'll round up to 73. So that's crazy, but yeah. Alright, here's the last zoom out. Will it work? It will. Well, that's definitely screenshot time. So we'll do another pan around at this zoom level. More screenshots. There'll be probably a lot of screenshots attached to this part. I'll make sure that the description contains a lot of content. Hopefully I won't be lazy and forget about that. You can see everything from up here. Yep. A lot of time put into this. But in the end, I think it was definitely worth it. It's definitely the biggest undertaking I've ever done in SimCity 4. Probably is up there with some of the bigger ones as well, like all the big city journals and my own city journal. Things are kind of slowing down a bit. Do a bit of a zoom in here. No? Okay. Well, I'm going to try and zoom out one last time. Kind of show you the whole city. Here we go. Things are really slow. The frame rate's really bad. And the final zoom out. That's it! That's the end of the series. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Quick little screenshot. And we'll go back to daytime. The water pollution's back in that little area. Never mind that, really. I'll just put the water treatment back and it'll work. It'll just go like right here. Alright! I'll call it there. I know I've been saying for a while now that that's the end, but this is definitely the end. Thank you very much for watching, guys! We'll see you around. Have a good one. This is Hell Jackie, signing off from building the city from scratch, because it has been completely built. See ya!